Hello, everyone. I wanted to share something with you guys. Recently, I had some questions about assignments you have to do, and bunch of the questions about the GitHub and the Hugging Face. So I will walk you through the basic stuff that we need to do in order to set up everything there. So let me share my screen. I'll try to keep this simple, and I believe after we finish with this, most of you should be good to go, and we shouldn't have any issues there. So we are inside of our portal, and one thing that I want to mention, there is actually announcement. So we have this announcements sidebar item there, and we share so many updates there almost every single day. I recently shared two posts, and these were about free AI models that you can use. So you have full instructions right there inside of this YouTube video, and you can set up everything on your local machine, and you use free bunch of these AI models. We have one more post there, and this is the one about the assignments. And actually, right now, I'm doing the video about the assignments directly. So, okay, we have for each week these assignments for you to do. And right there, we have assignments, and we have, for example, first one. There we should just create and set up our GitHub account, our Google Colab, and Hugging Face account. Should be straightforward process, but I will walk you through if you have any issues, any difficulties there. So first stuff to do is actually land on our GitHub repository. I just want to mention this. We already have all these instructions right inside of our portal, and right there in a bunch of these MD files. These files are actually beneficial, very beneficial for your agents when you work with this project, but it is beneficial for you as well. It will guide you and help you how to do tasks, assignments, and a bunch of the stuff, or how to use the data, interpret it, and I strongly encourage you to read all these MD files we have in this repository. Okay. First thing to do is actually just create a new repository by using this template, clicking right there, create a new repository, and we should name it. So we will rename it like FlyRank Internship ML. Okay, we need to make sure every single time for every single GitHub repository it must be public. So just check that as well, and after that we click create repository. So it should be right there in a moment. Okay, after we finished that part, we should clone it locally. So we will just copy this URL, and inside of your IDE, you will use that URL to clone it. You previously asked me which IDE we should use. In my opinion, it's up to you. I use Cursor, and I use it with Cloud Code, with Codex, and you are free to use whichever works best for you. Open code seems good as well, and it will be the easiest and the cheapest way absolutely out there. Okay, let me name it like an internship. Okay, after this, we have everything now locally. In order to use all these data sets, and in order for your agents to provide a context and to make him able to fetch the data from Hugging Face and all of this stuff, we should provide access token from Hugging Face. So as I previously mentioned, we have a bunch of these MD files right there, and these are actual steps for agents and instructions on how to use your project files and have a context behind this full track. So we need to create the access token, and it is on our Hugging Face. We need to create a new account. If you don't have account, create on Hugging Face. It's free, and you should open your profile, go to settings, and you have access token right there. You just click create a new token, check this as read permission, and set it like internship token, and that's it. So we will copy this, and we will create a new file right there, or env file with this variable, and we must name it. It's very important to name it like this, HF token, paste it right there, and it should be good. So we can check and test everything with our agent directly. So we can just ask him, hey, can you access this data set on Hugging Face? While he's working on it, I want to show you one more thing. We have this data set right there on Hugging Face. I already provided this URL, and you have some basic explanations and instructions right there. You will always be auto-approved for requests. So these access tokens that we created, these are only for your authentication for every single data set, public data set you have, you want to use on Hugging Face. So once you create it, you can reuse it on many places, but probably not at the same time, since we already have their rate limits. For your first assignment, you had a task to run two notebooks. So run notebook 1 and 2. We have them on multiple places, so you can access them from work or from this README directly. What we should do right there is actually run all these cells we have in this notebook. You should run one by one and check the process behind and see is everything set up correctly. And you will see every single step and have some insights on how your future work should look like. So you go one by one. We will run right now all of them to avoid wasting time. After we prompted our agent, he already has an access right there. One more important thing there, if you are using agent to do your work, don't consider that as a cheating. You'll use AI all the time. So don't be scared to use them, but it will be waste of time if you use it just to accomplish your assignments, submit your work, and that's it. Use AI agents to explore, to see what you should do and all the process behind of the project, all the process behind this data, all the assignments. You can literally have a conversations with your data set there. So utilize it in best way possible for you. So you can literally ask him, hey, do my assignment 1 or 2, but you need to have a context about the ML and stuff. And that's why we are teaching you basics. That's why we are providing you so many resources out there inside of our portal. We are bringing you so many guests there. So take that in mind. And you are free to use agent, and basically you can finish your full internship right there from this ID and your favorite agent. But I strongly recommend you to learn stuff at the same time. Okay, after we finish everything, as we can see, we have some data there and tables and stuff. I recommend you to read every single cell there. And after we finish everything and run everything inside of this notebook, we need to save it to our repository. We go File, Save, and we should connect to our repository that we created for this internship project. After we finish that, click OK. and it will store that inside of your GitHub repository. Now you have this full version stored inside of your GitHub, and after you finish that considers as done, and you will use your GitHub repository every single time when you do submission. This is the link that we are asking for, and pretty much that's it. After you save the submission, you are good to go. And one more thing, for every single submission right there out there, you will always use this same GitHub URL. So you don't have to change anything there. It's already structured properly, and you have everything inside of your work folder right there. So we can read the stuff already. So no worries about that part. Just submit every single time this same URL, and you are good to go. So thank you for your time. I think we clarified some stuff there. If you have any questions, just leave them inside of our portal, inside the comment section. And yeah, that's it. Thank you, guys. Bye.